Welcome to week 2 of Battle Hoops. The Island Spirits top the table going into this week's action. With only 9 games in the season, we find 2 teams in the relegation zone. Amazon BHC and the Desert Falcons, both looking for their first win. Our game of the week features the Bizarre Battalion versus Team Synapse, both looking to stay undefeated and dethrone the Island Spirits. Let's hand it over to our game day announcer, Nigel Clarke.
Our first game features the Island Spirits, who look to stay at the top of the table, and the winless Bayou Brawlers, who lost a close one last week. This week, the Island Spirits line up with the Wave Rider, Island Whisperer, Fire Spirit, and their week 1 MDP Moonlit Dancer. The key to victory is pickpockets. The Spirits had the league best 19 steals last week, perfectly setting them up for more, as the Brawlers committed 15 turnovers against the Mysticos in week 1. Now, let's look at the Bayou Brawler. Same as last week, the Brawlers line up with Fireball, Syra with the Twin Towers, Ironclad and Snapper. Ironclad and Snapper McCoy are first and fourth in the league in rebounding, nearly out-rebounding the entire Spirits team last week by themselves. The Brawlers need to capitalise on this size advantage to create extra scoring opportunities. Plays are set. Let's get into the action. The Spirits are up 3 at the half. It was a scrappy match that was dominated by some epic combat between these two teams. The Spirits relied heavily on their defense to edge out a 47-41 win. The Brawlers once again struggled to find any rhythm offensively, even being out-rebounded by the Spirits' inspired 4. Our player of the game is Leilani Island Whisperer Oteya, dominating all aspects on the court, earning himself a triple-double. Deshaun Fireball Vaughn had an impressive scoring effort in the loss, scoring 17 points. We now turn our attention to the next game of the night, featuring the Neo Samurai Blades versus the Los Guerreros Místicos. The Blades line up with Dragon Blade, their top scorer, Inferno Shadow Strike, and their Big Nanth Thunderclap. Hiroshi Inferno Tsunoka is the 3rd best scorer in the league after week 1 and needs to stay hot in order to get the Blades their first win. The team as a whole will also need to improve their rebounding if they want a chance against the dynamic Mysticos team. Next, we have the Mysticos, who line up with El Jaguar, a week 1 player of the match, El Emperador, La Bruja, and El Fantasma. And adding a league worst 48 rebounds, the Mysticos need to protegeros cristal. Only Luis Silva contributed on that front with 18 rebounds. This game to get decided at the boards. Let's dive right into the action.
Blades up high, jumping like samurai, we attack. Victory's upside, we attack. Victory samurai, we attack. We attack.
Blades are up an impressive 15 at the half.
Blades up high, jumping like samurai, we attack. Victory's upside, we attack. Victory samurai, we attack.
Blades cannot be stopped offensively, shooting over 60% from the field, racking up an impressive 38 assists in their 63-46 win. On the side of the Mysticos, their defense left much to wish for, only recording a single block and forcing 8 less turnovers than the Blades. Our player of the game is Inferno, who recorded a 14-point triple-double, rounding out his overall complete game with an impressive 6 steals and 3 blocks. All 4 players on the Blades contributed to the game in different ways, complementing each other for an outstanding team performance. The 8 turnovers from El Jaguar really hurt the team, even though he did manage to win all 7 of his fights. Now let's get ready for the next exciting matchup between Amazon BHC and the Desert Falcons. Both teams are looking to secure their first win. Amazon BHC lines up the same as last week with Nymph, Panthera, Phoenix, their superstar, and Viper. This week each Amazon player needs to shoot your shot. Last week as a team they shot only 45.4% from the field. Both Viper and Panthera really struggled with their shots. Player Phoenix and Lila Nymph need their teammates to step up against a balanced Falcons team. Now let's take a look at the Falcons and see what they need to do to get a win. The Falcons line up with Sandstorm, Desert Rose, the big man Sirocco and Golden Falcon. They need to share the ball this week in order to get their first win. Last week they led the league in assisted points with Golden Falcon and Desert Rose recording more than 10 assists each. The Falcons look to improve on their heartbreaking Week 1 loss in which they flashed signs of hope. Sirocco Ibrahim was the league's third most efficient player despite the losing effort. Hold on, I'm getting word from our sideline reporter Lisa Carter who has some breaking news. Lisa?
Thanks, madam. In an unprecedented turn of events, Amir Sandstorm Al-Farsi has experienced a remarkable stroke of luck that could significantly impact today's game. During a routine morning jog, Amir stumbled upon an ancient desert temple. Inside, he discovered a mystical artifact known as the Eye of the Desert, which according to a legend, grants unparalleled agility and precision to its bearer. After a brief, surreal encounter with the temple's guardian spirit, Amir was bestowed with the artifact's powers, enhancing his speed, dribbling, and shooting accuracy to extraordinary levels. Fans are eagerly waiting to see how this boost will pay out on the court. Back to you, Nigel.
Amazon BC, we're Amazon. Winning games from Detroit, the dust till dawn. Amazon, games from dust till dawn.
It might be over at the half. Falcons up 16 going into half 2.
Amazon BC, we're Amazon. Winning games from Detroit, the dust till dawn. Amazon, games from dust till dawn.
The Falcons took full advantage of Amazon's lackluster defense, scoring an all-time league record 70 points to Amazon's 37. They also ushered in a wowing 55 assists, a performance that no doubt will be one to remember for seasons to come. Amazon BHC continues to struggle in all aspects of the game and will have to go back to the drawing board to turn things around in Week 3. We'll have to imagine they cannot afford to go 0-3 if they want to avoid relegation. Among a strong team performance, Sirocco stood out for our player of the game and delivered on his promise to bounce back from a disappointing Week 1 performance. He rounded up his impressive 23-point triple-double with 5 steals. Kalea Phoenix, at least, recording an ineffective triple-double yet again. For the Falcons, record-breaking stat lines all around. The entire team merely recorded a triple-double with just Desert Rose coming up 1 rebound short. Impressive also, Sandstorm's 19 assists with 0 turnovers, taking full advantage of the boost, the mythical artifact he discovered ahead of tonight's game. In our second to last match of the week, the Sankofa Africans are facing the Shadow Revenants who look to build upon their close Week 1 win over the Blades. The Sankofa Africans line up with the Ace, the Seeker, the Guardian and the Sage. Tariq, the Guardian Kamara needs to continue his efficient offense, but to match his impressive Week 1 field goal percentage of 67%. On the other side of the spectrum, the Ace Mensah needs to bounce back from a more than disappointing Week 1 performance, where he recorded a league worst 9 turnovers and -11 efficiency. Now on to the Revenants. In Week 1, the Revenants won a league best 71% of the combat engagement. They need another legendary performance from Voidblade, who won all 11 of his fights in Week 1. The Revenants need to embrace their fighting advantage as they face a willing partner this week. The Africans, like the Revenants, are among the league leaders in fights. The stage is set, the players are ready. Wait! over to Lisa for a special report.
Thanks, Nigel. In an unfortunate turn of events, Lilith Lunar Darkmoon has encountered a significant setback ahead of tonight's game. While preparing for the match, Lilith accidentally spilled a concoction of experimental performance-enhancing herbs on herself, resulting in an unexpected allergic reaction. The reaction has temporarily dulled her reflexes and agility, leading to her feeling sluggish and disoriented. Medical staff are closely monitoring her condition, but it remains uncertain how this mishap will affect her performance on the court. Fans and teammates alike are hoping for a swift recovery. Look at that, the action started. Tip-off is imminent. Here we go.
Sankofa, here we go.
Neck and neck at the half. The Africans are up 1.
Sankofa, here we go.
The Sankofa Africans win a close game, hedging out the Revenants 51-47. In a pretty even naps, the Africans are able to out-rebound the Revenants, which ultimately land to more shot attempts and the Week 2 win. Tariq Kamara is our player of the game with a nice all-around performance, shooting an efficient 15 of 23 and recording his first triple-double of the season. Voidblade had another strong scoring night, recording 20 points, and Dreadnoughts recorded all of the team's 7 blocks. However, the unimpressive scoring night from Nunar and the 0-8 combat record from Shade were too much to overcome. You have to think the herbal experiment gone wrong really impacted Luna tonight, as she only attempted just 6 shots and was a non-factor for her team. Revenants fans will hope this lesson is learned. We have finally made it to our game of the week. An undefeated Team Synapse faces off against the unbeaten Bizarre Battalion. Both teams look to continue their strong Week 1, but only one team can come out unscathed. Team Synapse lines up with Nexus, their Week 1 star, Pulse, Vexor and 7'2" Ivan Drago. The Titan Ivan Drago is the 3rd most effective player in the league following Week 1. Synapse should look to use his significant height advantage of 7'2" against a Battalion who have an average height of 5'6". Synapse attempted a league-high 102 shots in Week 1. Look for them to keep chucking tonight in this heavyweight matchup. The Battalion line up with Cucumber Queen, Rabbit Raider, Marble Maven and their defensive enforcer Pugilistic Pug. The Battalion would likely need to send double, triple teams to help guard 7'2" Ivan Drago. 5'5" Bambooooooo Pug is hoping his bark will match his bite again this week. With a league-leading 6 blocks, surely he'll be itching to drag Drago across the court. The players are ready, and so are we. Here we go. Synapse is up a whopping 17 at the half. It's not looking good for the Battalion. With a final score of 60-41, the Battalion just could not keep up with the high pace set by Synapse, who had another super efficient scoring night. We are only 2 games into the season, but you have to wonder if anyone has any answer for the Synapse high-octane offense. Our player of the game is Ivan Drago. The Titan exploited his height advantage, wrapping up an impressive 19 rebounds and 5 blocks, while also showcasing his offensive versatility, passing out of double teams and recording 13 assists. Benefiting from the attention the Battalion had to pay to the Titan, Pulse Oli also had an impressive scoring night with 21 points. On the side of the Battalion,
Marlow really struggled against the Synapse defense, making only 8 of the 25 shot attempts.
Welcome to the Week 2 recap of Battle Hoops. As we look back on our Week 2 results, the performances of Synapse Blades and the Falcons stand out among the rest. Although we are early in the season, these three offenses seem to be setting the bar high for the rest of the league. Team Synapse take the top of the table after their impressive win over the Battalion. The Island Spirits remain the only other undefeated team and only move down because of their lower point differential. Both the Brawlers and the Amazon BHC are still looking for their first win. Amazon especially will have to dig deep to turn things around if they want to avoid relegation, with only 7 games left to play. Week 2's MVP goes to Khalid Siroko Ibrahim, who managed to stand out among a record-breaking performance from the Desert Falcons. Not only did he deliver offensively, but also recorded 5 steals and was the main reason for the Falcons' 33-point win over the Amazon BHC. Zara Hali is the new scoring leader after Week 2, while Nilani Kealoha moves down to second. Siroko Ibrahim enters the top 5 as well, following his Week 2 MVP performance. Snapper McCoy is the league's new top rebounder, while Kalea Phoenix remains in second place. Amir Sandstorm Al-Farsi, inspired by his pre-game artifact discovery, moves to the top of the assists leaderboard alongside his teammate Rashid Nasser, who is the second Desert Falcon in the top 5. Nilani Kealoha takes her teammate Kai Gleko spot atop the league leader in steals, who in turn moves down to third. Bambooooooo Pugilistic Pug remains the league's top shot blocker, tied at 4.5 blocks per game with Rusty Ironclad Johnson. You've got to wonder if anyone will even want to fight Vex Void Blade Nightshade moving forward, as he dominated the combat leaderboard with an imposing 10.5 wins per game at a 95% fight win rate. Scary stuff. Kwame, the Ace Mensa, has the unfortunate honor of remaining atop the turnover leaderboard for a second week in a row. Looking ahead to Week 3, the Spirits put their undefeated record on the line against an improved Blades team. Team Synapse looks to keep rolling against the Mysticos. And in our game of the week, both winless teams, the Amazon BHC and the Bayou Brawlers, fight to escape the relegation position. We can't wait for Week 3. Thanks for watching.